What's going on, fantasy world? It's your boy Hot Soup. I'm here to bring you week 10's underachievers. Boy, do we have a slew. On our underachiever board, number one off the board, man, was Trevor Lawrence. Where has he gone? Trevor Lawrence was throwing touchdown passes last year. 2 to 3 a game. What happened? Where's he been? Is he smoking? What's he doing? Is he caught up in a scandal? Oh my God. Trevor Lawrence was the number 29. There were 30 quarterbacks that played this week. 30. He ended up number 29. He threw for 185, 2 interceptions, had a fumble loss, scored 4.1 fantasy points for your team. And I know a lot of y'all started Trevor Lawrence this week. I know you did. And boy, did y'all kick yourself in the mouth. Number 2 quarterback, Derek Carr. Even though he got hurt in the third quarter, that man only had 110 yards passing end of the third quarter when he got knocked out before Jameis Winston came in and threw 2 touchdowns. Jameis Winston had more fantasy points than Derek Carr in 5 minutes than he had in 2.5 quarters. Derek Carr ended up the number 28th quarterback off the board. That is second to last. That's right, man. Derek Carr may have better days, may not even get his job back. Jameis Winston was looking good. Yeah. Number 3, the first running back off my list on underachievers was Zach Moss. Now, I know Jonathan Taylor's back, but Zach Moss was at least getting 10 carries a game. Man, Zach Moss had 1 touch for 2 yards. Ended up number 64 running back this week in fantasy scoring. Zach Moss should now be the talk of dropping him off your team onto the waiver wire. It's not like you're going to even see him again. If you put him on the waiver wire, he'll be so far down on that thing, you'll have a headache scrolling. Zach Moss, rest in peace. Number 2 running back, another one we need to go ahead and drop. I've dropped him in 3 leagues that I had him in. Miles Sanders. He's done. Chuba Hubbard's getting all the work over there. 18 touches to Miles Sanders, 3. He looks terrible. He's just not a fit for that offense. He's just not a fit, man, for football right now. He should be on every waiver wire in the country. I said it. Miles Sanders, 2 rushes, -5 yards this week. 2 receptions, 15 yards. Number 46 running back in fantasy scoring. Miles Sanders, rest in peace. And number 5, and he was on my bench list last week, Mr. Derrick Henry. Ended up with 11 rushes, 24 yards, 1 reception, -4 yards, was number 44 in running back in scoring. When you started him, you did not see that coming. That's right. Hit you with what truck? And then we're going to start with our receivers. Oh, my God, this one hurt. Oh, my God. It's still hurting me, man. Deontay Johnson. I just don't understand this. How does Deontay Johnson, coming off of a game where you getting double-digit targets, get 4 targets, 1 reception for 17 yards? Please, somebody tell me what's going on. Please. And George Pickens only had 4 catches. That's right. 5 catches between your 2 best receivers on your team. Listen, man, them Steelers was running that rock. Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris had a huge day. Pickett not getting it done through the air. I don't even know what to tell y'all. But Deontay Johnson was the number 75th receiver in scoring. There's no way that should have happened, but it did. Kicked me in the ass, and I'm sure it kicked a lot of you owners in the ass. I know Deontay Johnson will have better days. Let's chalk this one up. Deontay Johnson in week 10, rest in peace. Calvin Ridley is my next receiver off the board. Boy, I told y'all to start Kirk, bench Calvin Ridley. I've been telling y'all this. Calvin Ridley is the number 2 receiver in Jacksonville. Not only that, he's still drawing as he is a number 1 receiver coverage. That's right. Christian Kirk is open often and early. It's creating separation. Seems like him and Trevor Lawrence have that connection. If Trevor Lawrence has any type of telepathy, any type of connection with a receiver right now, it's Christian Kirk. Yeah, man, your boy Calvin really went off for 3 targets, 2 receptions, 20 yards. That's it. Number 65 receiver in fantasy scoring this week. And this one we did not see coming. Figuring Kyler Murray's back. Marquise Hollywood Brown is going to get at least 10 targets. Man, Hollywood Brown had 4 targets, 1 reception, 28 yards. He did get this close to catching a touchdown from Kyler Murray early in the first half. This close to that touchdown. It would have been about a 40-yard touchdown, which would have salvaged Marquise's day. But 1 reception, 28 yards. Come on, Cardinals. We got to do better. 2 tight ends that I saw fall in the fantasy rankings this week. Jonnu Smith, 2 targets, 1 reception, 1 yard. That's right, 0.6 points in standard fantasy scoring. Terrible game. I'm sure he'll have better. That offense is not clicking. And last but not least, Evan Ingram with the 7 targets, 4 receptions for 12 yards. Evan, man, y'all need to go into the film room, sit down with Trevor. Make sure you go grab Calvin too. Kirk, he can go have some lunch. All 3 heads need to come together and figure out how y'all going to get it going in this second half of the season. The fantasy playoffs are upon us. 3-4 more weeks, man, before we get to week 15, which is fantasy playoffs. Some leagues, week 14 starts fantasy playoffs. We are coming into week 11. We are in the home stretch. Get it together. Those are your top 10 underachievers for week 10. Shout out to all the veterans who have served for our country. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And I just want to let y'all know, man, it ain't nothing but love to all the veterans out there from your boy Hot Soup. It's your boy Hot Soup. Come check me out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Check me out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Come check us out for our overachievers on our next episode. I appreciate all my followers. Much love. 1.